Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is John and this is your Modern Tech Breakdown. And today I'm taking a look at the new GPT-5 that OpenAI released at the end of last week. Let's jump into it. All right, after a long wait, OpenAI finally launched GPT-5 last week, and as is normally the case, OpenAI touted it as the smartest, fastest, and most useful model yet. And I'm sure it's not too hard to make an argument that those statements are actually true, but the reaction has been a bit different this time for OpenAI. So for starters, OpenAI does what it always does and included some performance benchmarks for its latest and greatest model, and they included charts, like this one. If this chart makes any sense to you, please explain it to the rest of the class because this is insane to me. And people definitely noticed and posted about it. And we sometimes think of OpenAI as a startup company, but it's valued in the hundreds of billions of dollars. I really think some attention to the quality of the presentation is warranted here. But the graphs weren't the only thing making the rounds on social media. Here's a post capturing multiple folks on Reddit talking about canceling their OpenAI subscription. Many people are mad that OpenAI has removed access to older models, but some are just unimpressed with GPT-5 in general, so just not a great look there. And here's some other social media posts about how GPT-5 still makes some of the same obvious errors that previous models did, like simple arithmetic or algebra, or refactoring a code base where it dramatically shifted around code, created modularity, but apparently the code didn't work at all. So many AI products have very similar shortcomings, but we've been hearing forever about how AI is going to change the world and everyone's job is about to be replaced. If that's the case, I think we should have AI that can do simple math at this point. But aside from social media posts, Polymarket has a prediction market for which company will have the best AI model at the end of the year. And by looking at the price changes over the last week, you can see that OpenAI fell off a cliff at the end of last week. They moved from a very close second place down to third place behind xAI, and Google's lead increased just a little bit. It's only August, but I think this shows the sentiment rather clearly around this release from OpenAI. So to wrap this one up, it seems to me that it's possible we've come to the end or at least a plateau in the scaling laws where larger and larger models unlock new capabilities. I think there is now a search for new techniques that will create the next wave of capabilities, and I think there have been signs that leaders in the space saw this coming several months ago. First, you have Zuckerberg going on a mega hiring spree, throwing around compensation packages that have never been seen before. I think Zuckerberg has started the search for the next big breakthrough in AI, which won't be building the world's biggest cluster of NVIDIA chips, but rather from new training or inference techniques, which is why he's hiring the best talent he can get. And also, if you remember at the beginning of the year, Microsoft raised eyebrows when it was reported that they were pulling out of some deals to build data centers. I think Satya also saw the end of the push to scale out to larger and larger models, which is why they decided to reduce their investment in data centers. So the clock is now ticking. All these companies are working on finding new techniques that will unlock the next wave of AI capabilities. The main question for me is, will they find something before the financing for all of this runs out? There's billions of dollars being thrown around and investors won't have infinite patience. But that's all I have on GPT-5 for today. As always, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you next time.